Yep.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Friday night at FSB Racing. I'm Shawn with my partner, Milt Jr., and ready to kick off week 2 here at the Winston Cup Series. How you feeling, Milty?
How you feeling, Melty? Bitchin'. Friday night. Let's do this, man. Charlotte, North Carolina. Used to have a cat named Charlotte. Why? Because my stepmom found her in a phone booth in Charlotte when they were racing there.
I never knew that.
There you go.
How about that?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool story. And of course, Charlotte is the home track of NASCAR, so it's always a prestigious event, whether it's real or sim racing. Try and snag one at Charlotte. The original quad oval started the trend. All the NASCAR teams are based out of here. We got this night version that we run. It's a little more modern than our Aero 88 cars are, but it's a sweet track. Great setup. I ran it Tuesday night. Once it wears in, it's just on rails, nice and fast. Truck physics, draft is important. Fuel window about 30 to 34 laps, and tire wear will definitely be a factor. It's a North Carolina track. It may be fast, it may be a D-oval, but it's a North Carolina track, so it's gonna wear the tires. And we'll just jump right in and get this starting grid out of the way as Mark DeRocket Desenza in the 3-car on the pole. That's not an unusual sight. And outside there, Dan Irvine in the 27, after a great second-place run last week. Gonna give it another shot tonight. Jeff Hale continues his comeback trail there, starting P3 with Slim Jim Gately to his outside. Ken Hansen, last week's winner, backs it up with a 5th place start tonight, and our series admin, Ryan Johnson, 6th place. 7th place, Will Farmer. 8th place, Josh Elliker. Starting 9th, Dean Gautreau. And, oh, that's right, Charlotte is a track where Den Francesconi can actually run tonight with his keyboard controls.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
so he qualified 10th. He's going to be joining us tonight.
Is this the track that did he won at in the truck race?
I think it might be. But for those who don't know, we've talked about Den before. He's been paralyzed since he was a teenager from an accident. And he just has control with the back of his hand that he leans on the number pad of the keyboard to drive. It's amazing. I can't even imagine driving that way. But the limiting factor on what tracks he can actually race at is the pit entry, because he has to use driving aids. So if it takes too much control, if the driving aids take too much control and try and pull him back to the track, he can't pit, so he can't run that night. But Charlotte is one of the tracks he can do, so we're thrilled to have him here tonight. Definitely be rooting for the 16 car. TG Reese.
Not. He is good. When you're out there, you would never know that he's paralyzed from the neck down.
Oh, got some weird flashing going on there with the shadows on pit road.
Happy hour. They're going out. Their last little tweaks here.
That's weird. That didn't happen during practice. Huh. Anyway, continuing the starting grid here. Never minding the...
I'm not seeing it on the game feed, so it's definitely something with the broadcast.
It's on my main screen here. It's weird. I've never seen the shadows do that. At least not on this computer at this track. Anyway, TG Reese there in the 53 car. He'll be 11th place. 124, Rick Castle in 12th. Bill Farmer, series sponsor there in 13th. The 06 car. Hey, Doris Gately checking in. Rooting for her boy Slim. See if we can find Slim on the track.
Hi, Doris. Your son's pretty good.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's not out there practicing right now, so. Trying to round this out as quick as possible. 109, Rick Bisconer in the 14th. 83, Steve Weber. Evan Castle in the 55. The 108 of John the Dog Palmer in 17th position. Pops Margison might be a start in park tonight. He had cataract surgery on one eye this morning, but he's out there. 18th place qualifying with that 99
Cadillac.
car. Not Cadillac. Oh, come on, Milty. Gotta charge you with a Miltism before I've got the scene that has the counter in it. Yeah, the flashing is going to be a problem, but I'm going to try and... That's kind of what I thought, Dr. Noise, there, yeah. It's usually a sign of an overloaded or overheated video card, but I've never had a problem before. I'll just try and restart... I'll restart the game on the main camera here once we get going.
Therefore.
I'll switch over to camera 2 when we're done with the driver introductions. Jeffrey Stone coming back there in the 129 car 19th. 42, David Cook.
Dude can roll.
Yes, he can. Francis Dittman in the 00. The Bandit starts 21st. Brad Otto. Go for it, Milty.
Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel faint? Come on, Marine. You can go from the back to the front. That's an order.
He starts 23rd. Then you got Ed Fowler and Bob Dixon taking provisionals. And the other guys there are me, so not running. Alright, let's switch this over to camera 2.
Oh, the boys are getting feisty in happy hour there.
Alright, so the laptop's not flashing, that's good.
Oh, I'm glad you're in charge of that technical stuff, you know.
Yeah, I was worried that it was an overheated graphics card, but look at that. The one on the left is the main screen, and it stopped happening. So, whatever it was just a glitch on the transition from when I broke it out of standby to live. So we're fixed. We're good. It's always something here at on Friday nights, trying to do this stuff live.
Oh, you do a great job, man. I mean, sometimes I think I'm watching, like, you know, Fox or NBC, only better.
Well, thank you. I wouldn't quite say that. You know, those guys have a whole bunch of people in a truck, and one director shouting at them.
They don't have you, though.
Aww. And they don't have you either.
Yeah, they're G-rated. We're PG.
They're G-rated, and they probably have a no drinking on air policy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Isn't that how Joe Namath got fired from Monday Night Football? He offered a beer to a guy in a cab, and they turned out to be like Rune Arledge, you know. Whoopsie.
But now it's starting up again.
Yeah, it's looking good for here. Or, well, it's early in the season here, and Ken Hansen just drove his heart out there last week. Can he do it again? And maybe put a, you know, wake-up call with some of these guys that have been used to winning the championship and running up front there in the 3 and the 23.
Absolutely. We've been looking for someone to come shake things up for a little while now. And so it's good to see the 29 back. Good to see Kent Hansen coming back and running strong. We'll see what 27 of Dan Irvine can do if he can put a full season together.
Well, what he has been able to do is qualify up front in a lot of races. And with these studs, pro racing, he definitely has got that going and is running strong. So, winning the championship is generally in sim racing about being able to make it the race and be fast. Real life gets in the way sometimes. Going to be real slick here. You got two different types of corners. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are hugely different. They're banked at 24 degrees. There's kind of a dog leg there, or kind of a flattened out spot there in 3 and 4. Not as much as it used to be back in the day, but tighter than you think, wider, obviously than like Darlington, but driver's already saving fuel.
Yeah, right from the start, because
they missed nothing.
Yeah, you can push it a little further here.
Well, as we're on the pace lap, I'm going to make my pick, and it's the 29 of Jeff Hale, that Miller car. He's qualified up front, and last week he was just kind of getting his feet wet. Now I think he's probably had some time to get some laps, and
I'm going to take
Jeff Hale that we know.
I'm going to take a breakthrough pick. I'm going to take 27 for his first win. Dan Irvine, and here we go. About to drop the green. There we go. 3-car. Mark DeRocket descends. It leads him off into turn 1. I got to be real careful here. It's pretty slippery on cold tires. So watch for cars to get through here cleanly. And we already have cars in the wall piling in turn 1 and 2. It's just like that time it started raining at the All-Star race.
Wow, huge wreck.
Oh, Pops Margison's in it. 060 of Dean Gotra. 68 of Chet Barkin. 109. Let's back this up and see what happened.
Very difficult to start here, and the setup is made for a full run, so that makes it loose at the start.
Well, here we have it. The 47 and the 060 heading in the turn 1 there. You see the 060 just wiggles up the track, and around it goes right in front of Den. 16 might be okay from that. We see lots of cars piling in. No real hard hits. So most of these guys should probably be okay as long as they didn't hit hard on the front end.
That's a pretty good lick there for Dan. Nowhere to go. You can see the 060 get loose and catch it, and then Dean Cotro, then he lost it there. Straight up.
Well, like I called, it's loose on the start. And that was the tough part on Tuesday, getting it started, and then finally we got into our rhythm, we got to the green flag stops. Let the tires wear in.
My mindset always used to be take your practice apex points and lift points and you back them up at the start, especially at the beginning. Then you work towards it. I was always very conservative, and that works well to get a good finish.
Yeah, Dr. Noise, Dr. Noise there in the Twitch chat pointing out too, they're about to get looser on a longer restart, and he's absolutely right. These tires will be cooler than they rolled off the grid with, and so people got to take that into consideration too.
there's no way to simulate, even in practice, what it's like when you have the arrow of all these cars, and it's hard. It's supposed to be.
Absolutely. Like that happened to me last night in the truck race at Rockingham. I had been following for a while, saving tires, and I finally passed the truck in front of me when their tires wore. And all of a sudden I had air on the nose, and I damn near lost it in 1 and 2. And I just drove in there like I had been when following, and it shot around on me. I think my wife is trying to get me drunk on the broadcast here. She's pointing at her now empty glass with a big smile on her face. Yeah, Milty approves there, Shannon.
Yes, ching.
Yeah, it's honey whiskey.
Oh, excellent.
There we go.
That'll get you a bzzz. Red Auto down pit road.
Honey whiskey will get you a buzz.
United States Marine Corps.
Yeah, you already got charged for the Marine Corps one.
Yeah, that's
no double dipping.
Yeah, that's probably a
no double dipping. What do you think this is? The city council?
Brad is elected to go in the back there and probably get a little extra damage fixed.
Either that or just top off and try and make a longer run of it. He's been known to try the fuel strategy before.
Yeah, Fabic also, and the 108 Dog Palmer. I just love that paint job. It just reminds me of the Matador.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, it looks like a Matador out there. Yeah, Dog's a big Mopar fan. And AMC did get absorbed by Mopar.
I saw them live back in the day at Riverside. It was Bobby Allison was driving one in the Trans Am race. Roger Penske always brings it.
In fact, if you look there, I believe that is an AMC of some kind. This is AMX on the front. That was their performance line, right?
Yep.
Yes, there you go.
Got the dog up front there.
Got a dog in this fight, huh? So starting to say before about the fuel, on these 1.5 milers, fuel window standard is about 32 to 34. And if you clutch, religiously from the start, you can get it to 36 laps or beyond. I've seen it done. In fact, someone who did it and beat my butt in a truck race is in the field tonight. That 129 of Jeff Stone. He was out there. He was going, just crawling from the start, and we saw him pitting, way longer, staying out on the last run. We're like, there's no way he's going to make it. There's no way he's going to make it. Nope. He saved about 4 laps more than the rest of us on fuel for the whole race, and lesson learned. And pace car's off. We're going to see if we can keep this one green this time. Flag in the air.
These restarts, you want to stay up close. The farther back, the train kind of gets separated. But you still want to stay in that draft. Everybody's trying to give good spacing and get through lap 1 here.
Yep, despite the cooled tires, looks like the single file restart helped everybody at least get through lap 1. Will Farmer's got a good view of this gaggle of cars. Let's see if I can get on board with him. Alright, I got Will Farmer there on the right as he brings us around Charlotte Motor Speedway here. Hanging on to that lead pack.
Looking in your mirror, you go down, and now you're going into turn 1 here. Want to keep good spacing, but you want to stay down low and get a nice exit coming out. Right up against the wall.
You see a little bit of the bumps in the backstretch too. kind of exaggerated by the nature of latency online, but they're definitely there. It's like he had a little bit of a run on 59 of Ryan Johnson, but wisely chose not to get in there on the dog leg right now.
The best place you want to pass is either coming out of here or even better going into turn 3 and getting a run.
Yeah, early
right now,
on,
don't really want to deal with that. Just want to make sure you don't crash.
early on cold tires, you know, when you're trying to hold it down on the bottom, sometimes it snaps out on you.
Yeah, I've always liked this track because I'm a bottom feeder anyway, and the line really is the bottom.
Yeah, you can make higher entries to try and build momentum, kind of bring it in high, drive it down the hill. Especially if the guy in front of you is wearing their tires out, you can get a big run coming off the corner, but you gotta time it right or you'll go right up their tailpipe.
You see his view blocked by cars weaving and jiving here. Slim Jim takes a look.
It's like Jeff Hale's
right
dropping back.
And he takes a look at Jeff Hale and he makes the pass. They know each other like the back of their hands, and that was simply well executed here. Hale's going to kind of back off a little bit. Now he's on the outside here, so he's...
I see smoke in turn 4. Might have been Brad Otto. Oh, it was Brad Otto pitting, I guess.
Whoa, boy. Yellow is out. Will Farmer got down on the scary area there, that grass. You know, grass is bad, kids.
Oh, this kind sure is. Alright, here
Absolutely,
we got it queued up. And it is Brad Otto. Looks like he just got a little loose through 3 and 4. Oh, Jeff Habak in the 101. Took a pretty hard shot to the right side, trying to avoid him. That is not going to help Jeff's night, because that car will just get tighter and tighter as the night wears on.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go, so he tried to avoid Brad, but he had somewhere to go, and that was in the wall there. Good to see Jeff
Brad
on the
Otto
track there. Definitely he had an injury, and
Brad Otto is sitting at pit entrance, waiting for the pits to open. That's not the move I would make. That's going to cost him a lap. If he had just entered the closed pits, he would have taken an end of longest line penalty, and that's it.
absolutely, yeah.
I think he must have been thinking that it was a sim racing death penalty, as I call it, the stop and go, or we're going to hold you for 30 seconds or whatever. But no, that wasn't the way to play that. I think he's going to regret that.
Well, we started to see some green flag racing, and we'll see more. And
yeah, obviously after 13 laps, everybody's in for 4 tires and fuel.
Still watching the Will Farmer. Wow, just exiting pits. You have to have extreme focus the entire race at all times. There's no time to... Maybe when you're sitting there and they're changing the tires, you can take a mental break. Then
take a little time to catch up with people who've checked in on the 3 chats coming through here. We got Barrett McKay checking in from YouTube. Thanks for coming back, Barrett. Doris Gately, of course. Mama Gately watching her boy Slim, who you see there, right behind Dan Irvine.
step yourself into a Slim
Into
Jim.
the... Yep. It was about time you got that one going. Dr. Noy is joining us from Twitch. And that tells us also that the Twitch chat is finally carrying over on Restream. Finally, Restream fixed it. Thank you. That's good to see.
Don't they know who you are?
Seriously.
Come on, let's get it together at every stream.
Yeah, well, they got it together, so we'll give credit where due. And we got Jill Johnson. That'd be the wife of Ryan Johnson, our series admin and driver of the
Jill.
59 car. Also mom to multiple time champion Isaac Johnson, who's off doing the college kid thing right now.
Oh man, she's the boss of that family, I guarantee.
Ken Sauska checking in from Florida. Good to see you, Ken. Karen Hansen. We know she's rooting for the 9 car.
That's my teammate there tomorrow. Me and Ken and Guy Pitcher were running the 24 hours at Daytona. So after I'm off here, I need to get some sleep and get ready because we got 24 hours racing coming up here.
I can't even imagine doing that.
Yeah, about halfway through, you say the same thing to yourself. Am I an idiot, or why do I put myself through this?
Well, I did the 500, Indy 500 here at FSB once, and I'm no joke. I prepped for that like I was going into surgery.
That's my favorite trophy.
No fluids after midnight for me on that day.
Absolutely.
I did not want to have to get up and go to the bathroom.
Well, my dad used to pee in the suit. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I was not exactly equipped with astronaut underwear.
No, you just gotta go. You gotta go. You know. I
mean. or like Dog likes to rub in our faces. You know that he's got the catheter, so he's got the unfair advantage of on us in one aspect of life where he can have an unfair advantage. We'll give it to him. We'll let him have it.
Well, the great thing is that's a guy that's paralyzed from the waist down, and he's making fun of it. And, you know, I mean, the character of the people here, the camaraderie, fellowship.
Absolutely.
And we got some pretty good racing about to happen.
And Dog is a heck of a racer. They got that special TSW hooked up for him. He's a multiple race winner, series champion. And, there's a lot of fight in that Dog. Those pace car lights are back out.
Mama, there goes that man in that 23, and here he comes, Slim Jim Gately. You talk to Slim, you know, he's just, you know, that when I talk to Slim, it's like talking to a psychiatrist or something, you know, just get that little tingle in the back of your head. Just has with that little southern drawl there, just kind of like, well, Milt, you know, you do it like this,
you know. That's why we call him the Professor, Professor Gately. And green flag back in the air as Ken Hansen leads us to the restart here.
Yeah, our race winner from last week is really that Ford Melling car is that Bill Elliott tribute car has really come alive, and so has Ken. And we've talked about it a lot. You know, last year was better for him. The year before, the 2 seasons before, just had some struggles, you know. That's racing. It just kind of keep pushing, and because we knew he had the skills. But here come the Sharks.
Did you say the Sharks or the Sharts?
Sharks.
Okay, good. Because, I mean, the other thing will be covered by the astronaut underwear, too, but that's going to be a whole lot less comfortable.
Oh, Shart. Yeah, I know what that is.
Shawnism.
That's a Shawnism for sure. I'm going to use that, you know. I'll plagiarize you there.
Yeah, I have to plagiarize, too, the 47 car there. Josh Elliker, you see him hanging in there in the top 10 right now, running 8th place right now behind Will Farmer. I was trying to describe what those Carolina tracks, like we ran one last night at Rockingham, what they do to the tires. I said they kill the tires. I was trying to come up with a word for it. You know, tire side just didn't work. He called it treadicide. So that's the new word for what these tracks do to the tires. It's treadicide, and so that's a Josh Ellikerism for you.
Absolutely.
All right, we got Kim Wright checking in too. Yeah, Tower's still in it, Kim. He took a little shot to the right side there, avoiding a wreck, but he should be okay. Kim Wright, the Tower's girlfriend there, checking in from work.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Kim. How's it going? Working hard. 16 of Dan Francisconi here. He took the biggest lick in that wreck. Car's pretty good, and he is still battling for a top 15 there. So we'll see how that, if the handling of that car goes away later, as because he had got some damage on that. But right now, he's looking really tight. He really knows this track, and believe the truck winner here in sportsman truck, and but he's got a tail here full of Dave Simons, who somebody got loose.
Looks like Ed Fowler down in the 05.
Mr. Bojangles. It's what a great save. Wow,
Ooh.
If you want to know what sticker pecker is, that was a sticker pecker right there. Cha-ching.
Yeah, he's still trying to gather that thing up. He's still got a handful.
That'll get your attention, and it's going to take him a lap or two here to. Plus, he's got all this pressure on him. Coney just battling in there with a damaged car, but he's still running pretty good. But just great racing. You can't even just try to fathom setting your keyboard up and turn your hands upside down and trying to hit 4 buttons, basically turn left, right, and gas, and have the patience. Scony.com, you can see the skills of this guy and all kinds of stuff he does, painting, and
exactly.
He paints with his mouth, and he's had paintings that were, issued by the state of California, and, the California flag, and just all kinds of stuff, videos on YouTube, Scony.com, get you some.
Yeah, check it out. He's a fantastic artist, painting by mouth or not, he's straight up a great artist. I can't even draw a stick figure, and I got all my limbs working.
Yeah. And this is a battle for outside the top 10 with Bob Dixon leading it. Then you look at the next pack up front. From them, you got Steve, the big cactus, Weber, and Bill Farmer going at it. That's Will's dad, in case you wonder. He's like, I'm tired of being called Will's dad, I'm Bill, Use it. But they are definitely losing ground to that top run where P8 is Josh Elliker on the end of that. As we know him and how many races he's won and how well he does moving to the front, as long as he's in that draft. But he is kind of losing a little ground, but not too much. He's kind of staying back and just keeping with that draft up on Will Farmer, and that's, Bill's son there. But Jeff Hale still battling in there, and this is some close quarters there as the 9s went backwards a little bit. Once you get out on that outside, you get freight trained, and I don't know if this is by design or
I think he just
got in a little hot, and once you lose that bottom lane, you're toast.
I think they just got a little under him there, and yeah, like I said, he got freight trained.
Well, one of these days, besides a beer can, I might bring a pen here so I could write down when we went green here. But
well, they were in the pits on lap 13. So I think they probably restarted at about lap 16.
This. The old Milwaukee car of Dan Irvine. This guy's good, man, and he is liking this track, and he is all over the 3. And We don't see that too often. D-Rocket has got somebody after him. But we have seen the 3. He won a lot.
Whoops.
He's just put it all together last few seasons. He's been great for so many years, but just really has put it together and a multiple champion.
Got a little jitter out of the 29 there. Or it's Ken Hansen, that's who I'm on.
Well, that's how quickly it goes. When you anger the tires, start to get into a run like this, it's all about tire temperature and tire wear. And they go hand in hand. Inches apart. You don't know how hard this is unless you've tried it. But it's sure fun. Give it a try.
Absolutely.
Command and control of your car, and you're seeing that top 8 just really have great car control, taking looks, trying to get air on the nose. Nowhere to go until the guy makes a mistake, but he starts, as we get into the run here, you start to see tire wear. Last lap for Dan Irvine was a 39, his best lap 36. Doesn't seem like a lot, but 0.3 of a second is actually quite a bit.
Oh, it's huge.
And that number should continue to drop, even with the draft, which they've had from the start.
Got Barrett McKay asking what race to start with if he wants to come join us. And honestly, we take all skill levels in all divisions. Friday night might be a little tough for you to dive right into if you're completely new to it. So I'd say Monday nights in the FSB Cup, where it's not the pro drivers. That's the only division left that's segregated into the FSB division, which is the entry level, and your pro division. So you can get a feel for the cup physics there. And then of course, I'm sorry. Then of course, Super Speedway Series. Super Speedways are pretty easy. We kind of do it backwards in the sim racing world versus the real world, where you start out on short tracks and work your way up to Super Speedways. Well, in the sim world, it's actually probably a little easier to learn to control the Super Speedway. So that's always a good one to run. And of course the trucks. I mean, that's the physics we run tonight. The FSP Truck Series has still fast but more stable truck setups than these Aero 88 cars. Of course, Wednesday night is Grand National, and if you want to do it traditional, there's the late models on Sunday. Learn short tracking. In fact, I'd recommend you do that anyway to get a handle on, a feel for braking and how to run short tracks, because that's usually where people struggle. There's a little bit of everything. There's no substitute for seat time. That's what's great about having something going on almost every night, including Saturdays, when Ed Finley's not on vacation like he is this week. He opens up random sessions on Saturday nights, no points, nothing on the line, just come out and learn new mods, learn new cars, tracks and setups. So there's really no wrong answer other than maybe you don't want to dive into the Friday nights, but yeah, there's just plenty of ways to dip your toes in.
Well, there's a lot of factors of, what kind of computer you have, what kind of rig you have.
And it's a 2003 game. It doesn't take that much power to run.
It doesn't, and you can run it on really reasonable equipment.
Well,
for a very low price.
59 car there came in a little. Kind of swung back down off the wall and almost sideswiped the 47 down the backstretch, but no harm, no foul there. We have settled into a nice groove here. Several distinct packs.
And he kind of lost. Looks like the 9 regained a little bit of Momo there. And We'll see what if the 59 can do the same, but he's got the Josh Elliker right on his 6. Wolf Farmer once again, like he did last week, running a smart race and right up there with the leaders. And the skills are starting to show, and also the patience and just experience laps. Josh Elliker takes a look and backs it off there, putting the pressure on Ryan Johnson. Got a lap car on the outside there of Francis Dittman staying high, letting everybody go low. Jeff Hale taking a look on Ken Hansen, negative. Backs it up, but that's what you want to do. You want to show, want to put pressure.
Got a car rolling off pit road right now, too. Looks like the 109 of Rick Biscona are coming off pit road right now. Pitting early.
Yeah, didn't see that, but he did chat in the radio channel, so you gotta expect more are gonna be coming.
Yeah, pointed that out because I was setting up the pit camera on camera 2 there in preparation to step away. I'll be right back.
And we have a retirement. Dan Francisconi parked it there. You know, in his position there, physically, these races are very demanding. But he doesn't race too much, but great showing, great running, him coming out. And you saw the skills there. And cool, Dan. Thanks for showing up. Goni.com, check it out. Just glued together there, the 3 and the 27. Oh, Dan Irvine goes wide, tries to do the over and under. Seeing if Slim will go with him. Can't make that pass, but now they're coming up on Brad Otto. Traffic's going to be an issue. And also pit stops, as we got a slew of guys coming in. All these guys are coming in. 42 to 129.
Looks like the second pack
Dave
coming
Simons. Very different. Oh, cars came together, but they negotiated. That's great. You know how hard that is there. Right down into the pit road. Little bump there, I think, between a couple cars there. That should be nothing. Just a little sheet metal exchange. A whole group of other cars going to be pitting. Slim Jim Gately.
Meanwhile, the 29 and 47 are staying out. Jeff Hale, Josh Elliker, nose to tail, working the draft together. Where have we seen that before? Of course, Barrett McKay's asking, where can you sign up? It's right there on the bottom right of your screen, man. www.fsbracing.com. Exactly. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and, of course, the World Wide Web.
Down pit road. All getting work. 4 tires and 2 cans of fuel. We're gonna have to see how this sorts out.
Oh, Bill Farmer and the 47 of Josh Elliker got together. Oh, that is going to be costly.
Elliker Parker trying to find his stall there up against the wall. That's going to be some damage there too. And he does get into his stall. Holy moly.
I don't think he might not have taken damage, but it's going to cost him tons of time.
Main thing is he doesn't want to lose a lap here, but he's definitely going to lose the draft.
Yeah, that is absolutely for certain. He's going to lose the draft. But if he can just find another pack and hang with them, he can just hope for a caution and get right back in the fight.
Crown Royal car, Rick Castle, up to P3, staying out, hoping for a caution there. He'll go back, but have yourself a Crown Royal on that one. He's battling.
I'm trying to find the leader. It's cycled back to Mark DeRocket DeSenza. Oh, 108 dog around into the inside wall on the backstretch. I don't see a caution. 129 in the grass in the dog leg. That's definitely going to be a caution.
Big car.
Will Farmer just missed him.
Wow. Who was that? That was Jeffrey Stone.
Yeah, Jeffrey Stone in the 129. And man, wait till you see how narrowly well, you saw it because both of them were on the screen at the same time. Side by side, you saw how close that was for Will Farmer getting through there.
Car's still trying to get it together here.
In fact, someone's still backwards on the front stretch. Alright, well, Josh Elliker got the caution he needed.
Well, these guys in the back, they got to pit again and try to upset the flow here.
Well, here's what happened.
I think everybody's got to pit, really.
Got it called up here on camera 2. See, there's the 129 of Jeffrey Stone, as we mentioned. Comes off 4, just guess on those fresh tires, it got a little loose on him. Did some agricultural racing. Then back up the track and wow! 109 and the 2. There, I'll ring you up. But
down pit road, the leaders, Slim Jim Gately, all over the back of the 3 of Mark.
Okay, so the 143 and the 68 then, and the 83. What on earth happened to them?
Oh, tires?
My goodness.
No tires for the 9. He gets fuel and gets out. I think it was no tires. Let me see again.
Wow, a track position move.
Yeah, let me make sure here. Looked like only fuel. Let's see.
So here's what happened with
2 tires for the 9 and 4 tires for everybody else. Sorry.
Okay, so we got the 83, the 322, which is usually the O2, but we had a little problem with the car files at the last minute. That's Dave Simons. And 68 of Chet Barkin. See coming up to run up to this yellow, and they just went 3 wide off turn 4, and it didn't work so good. Looks like Webb just got a little bit of the apron. And, getting the worst of it, though. 143, Bob Dixon didn't do a thing. Wasn't his circus, but he got banged up. That's just racing luck sometimes.
Trying to miss the 68 there, and then these guys are going kind of fast, about 175 miles an hour, and they don't like to just suddenly turn left, and He made a reaction there, and yep. Well, I'm going to step away for a minute. I'll be right back. Sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers.
Ka-ching! Well, hey there, Steam's Dev checking in. Says he didn't know we live streamed. Well, been doing this for a year now. Took over from Greg Bernardo, who got it all started. I used to partner up with Milt Minter, but we don't know where Greg is. Kind of dropped off the radar, so I decided to pick it up and run with it. I've been having fun with it. I don't know who Steam's Dev is there in the YouTube chat box. Not a name I recognize. But thanks for checking in. So, through all that, man, right now Dave Simons is shown as the leader. I don't know how accurate that is. Is he just not pitted yet? Lights are out on the pace car. Barrett McKay asking there, do you have to log in to get into the FSB Cup? You have to sign up. So just put in an application at fsbracing.com. Just give Sam your details there, and he'll get you set up.
Karen Hansen, is that?
That's Ken's sister, yeah.
Ken's sister? Oh, right on. Welcome.
And we got the lights on the pace car, and
cooked him last week, and he's in the mix here again. But kind of got we got a lot of cars on the tail end of the lead lap here, so this is gonna get jiggy right here.
Yeah, this could get interesting. Bill Farmer and Jeff Habbick in the 101, those guys are tail end. And they got a whole line of lap down cars on the inside. Dave Simons has stayed out and inherited the lead. Car's already on the apron.
Whoa, boy, way out there and trying to get it with those cold tires right up against the wall.
And, oh, Elliker hard in the wall. 42 car hard, right side slap, and we are right back under caution.
Oh, and more cars crashing. The leader's crashing with the lap down cars trying to slow down. Huge confusion there. I think Mark DeCenza just dodged a bullet there, and so did the 9 of Ken Hansen. We got multiple action as usual, folks. Always very difficult.
See here on the replay, Alt 6 says it starts with the 47, but it really starts up here with the 42. Gets a little wiggly. Oh, I see 23, Slim Gately's up on the wall too.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah.
Cars everywhere.
So it looks like Dave Simons got loose as we were slowing down for caution. Right in, oh man, that was so close. Several cars missed there. They all missed him, but Ken Hansen did scrape the wall a little bit. That was the but you know, that'll get your attention. Crown Royal car there. Wow, that was about as close as you can get without hitting.
You see the 47 just took a hard hit.
Had to be going like, oh my, and then he was by, you know, but Hansen went up against the wall there. Another car I didn't see. Oh, and that was a hard
59 of Ryan
leg right
Johnson.
there. Wow.
Yeah, 59 of Ryan Johnson. Hard hit on the
what
47.
Looks like Elker might have got loose there first, and then
Elker had a little help because he was slowing up for the cars getting loose in front of him. He got hit from behind.
Yeah. Very difficult there when you got multiple guys, different laps down, caution coming out, a lot going on there, and obviously a couple of mistakes there. It's
59 car has taken heavy damage. You can see how out of shape the right side is.
Yeah, mistakes usually.
There's heavy contact on the nose. You can see the gap. Oh man.
Oh yeah, that thing's catwalking right there.
Hey, Michael Olson checking in the chat too, as well as Zach Steger. Someone needs to. Zach.
Big Zach, what's up? Big
Zach.
6'9", dude. This guy played football. Heck of a racer, but when you got a guy, I think he's got like a size 18 shoe. How the heck do you sim race with a foot that big?
That just pushes the pedal down harder, man.
But a great short track driver too, which is a lot of brake. I mean, his foot's got to like cover the entire pedal. But good to hear from Zach. What's up, buddy? Big fella.
So yeah, some contenders definitely took got the short end of the action there with 59 car, of course. The 47 Josh Alliker, always a threat, especially at these high speed 1.5 milers. His day is definitely not going to go well from here. I wouldn't be surprised if he took engine damage and all that.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson back on the track again, obviously racing hoping to race the whole season here, but
yeah, you got to get it back out there and collect the points. But I'm pretty sure his shot at the W has left the building. Oh, Josh Elliker's car.
We got Carol Hansen there in here too. We got family affair here coming up here. Who is Carol?
I don't see Carol.
What's it? Message retracted. So.
Oh. Okay, I didn't come through on the restream chat then.
Yeah. So much going on here. I'm going to have to look at the ticker and see. Rick Castle staying out there. He's done a lot of strategy stuff here. He got caught in that first one a little bit. Working the track position here, it's hard to get a feel of how this race is going to go because so many cars still running. Generally, you understand, if you're going to have some wrecks, you're going to have them at the beginning, and then, trends tell you that later in the race, it's going to go green. Usually does that, but that's why we run the races, because now we got lap down cars, tail end cars, at least in the last run. Now they've recycled. We just got lap down cars, no tail enders. Yeah. What does Rick Castle have here as far as tires? He's obviously got skills. We've seen that already, and as do all these pro drivers.
Oh, there you go. Carol Hansen is Ken Hansen's mom. So we got two moms rooting for their drivers tonight. Yeah. Excellent.
Awesome. Welcome.
Well, we're going to go on board Slim Jim Gately there in the bottom right as we go back to this restart.
Me and your son have hung out many a night late into the wee morning hours, talking racing. Great guy. One of my good friends. Okay, in car here with Slim Jim Gately, the professor. One of the best I ever saw.
Yeah, we're back at it. Rick Castle leading him back. And Sen did
Second
not
gear
get a good
here.
start.
Oh, I'm a little behind, sorry. There we go. Still good here, though. Way within the draft.
Yeah, I didn't have camera 2 live anyway.
Yeah.
There we go. It was hard to tell under caution because they're just going around under caution speed.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on there.
So yeah, there's Slim's view.
This lap car here of Chad Barkin from Sacramento, California. That's another big guy. I met Chad in person. Good 6'4". He loves to play guitar. Just such a mellow, chill dude. It's pretty funny seeing him and me in little go-karts. We didn't fit too well. But we had a bunch of fun.
We'll move that up to Will Farmer as he hangs on the 4th place here behind Ken Hansen and Mark DeSenza, and Rick Castle holding on to the lead in that Crown Royal purple car as we are once again under caution. Oh, we've heard it before, and it's so true. Cautions breed cautions.
Well, this kind of rubs Rick's advantage, but you can see his car was still good. These guys are probably, Ken Hansen down below there is probably saying to himself, okay, what's he going to do? If he stays out, I'm definitely staying out. I got better tires than him, track position. If he pits, I'm probably going to stay out too, just a few laps. But he's thinking, maybe I should stay out because I only got a couple laps, but then I had a couple laps before. We got the 3 showing low. It's a little cat and mouse game here. 3 comes back up, and he feints, and the leader comes in.
Well, he was going to have to because he'd been staying out there on those old tires.
Absolutely. So
that was going to bite him if this run went full.
Meanwhile, by the 3 there, but
here's what happened. 143 of Bob Dixon, and that severe rear end damage was just not doing him any favors. See, he got loose going in there, and right in front of Jeff Hale, who misses, but there's Josh Elliker. It is just not his night. Collects dog in the 108, and 129 of Jeffrey Stone.
Multiple race winner, but sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail, and definitely been the nail today.
Yeah, I usually say bug and windshield, and it was definitely the bug there.
That's a Miltism, by the way. Ding me, man. Come on.
Ding. Hey, man. There you go. Okay. We're finally in double digits.
Please. Michael Olson, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, thanks for stepping in there and helping in the chat too there, Michael. Trying to help Barrett get set up. Hopefully we can make that happen, because we certainly like to see people getting their start here with us.
Run a lot of Grand Touring prototypes here at FSB GTP with Michael Olson. What's up, man? Michael's got a couple of models of my dad from back in the day. Very cool. It's funny when you heck of a deal when you're sim racing, and he's like, let me show you this picture. I got this model of your dad. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, let's see. Now that we've got a lot of these lap cars probably back on the lead lap, right? Might get a single file restart, get things sorted out.
You know what? I'm goofing there. Actually, that was Michael Terwilliger.
Terwilliger?
That's it.
Chug a beer and say that one 3 times fast.
Yeah, it's the wrong Michael. Sorry.
There's a name. Try and pronounce that one from the Facebook chat there, Milty. We got Jeff Szynski. Did I get it? He'll probably tell me in about 30 seconds. He says, "Hi all, I have no idea what this is, but it looks cool." Well, we're glad it looks cool. This is Sim Racing, bud. NASCAR 2003. Got 1988 cars. And we do this every Friday night. Yeah, thanks for joining us. And hey, if you want to join in too, just get your hands on a copy of the game and we'll get you hooked up.
Irish, yeah, that's it. Terwilliger. Terwilliger. Come on, man. There we go. Now we got to reset here as a driver. Yeah, okay. A lot of distractions here. Reset. Fuel. 34 laps. 68. One more stop. You can do it. If it goes green.
Nah, one more stop's not going to do it. Because we're not even halfway. If we get to exactly halfway, and you got a full load of fuel, then you might be able to make 35 and 35. But this is going to be, it's going to be 2 stops, but one of them is going to be for probably a half can.
I don't know.
Hey, I got Jeff's name right. Yeah, that's the advantage of growing up on the East Coast with a lot of Polish names around. When I lived in Houston, every time a customer had a name like that, they're like, Shawn, how do you pronounce this? Alright, lights are off on the pace car. DeRocket descends is going to lead him back to green. Dave Cook on the inside, a lap down. And here we go, Ken Hansen second. Young Will Farmer, I haven't talked about him as much tonight since the start, but he's hanging tough. 3rd place right now.
He's just been there all night in the top 5, top 8.
He's getting the hang of it, just letting the races come to him. Yeah, 27 there. Dan Irvine has worked himself back up to 5th place after catching a little piece of one of our earlier cautions. I don't think he took much, if any, damage in it.
Big gap in the restart again from those top 5, 6 cars. Steve Weber, the big cactus, up to 6th place, but he might have some damage. Francis Timmons fighting all night long. Was a lap down, now up to P7. And the caution is out.
Again? Well, I'll have to go find this one, see what happened.
Could have been the...
Looks like it might have involved the 29 and the 108.
Yeah, the Jeff Hale there, I think.
That is indeed what happened. It was Jeff Hale in 29. I'll back it up again here. See, he looks like he just reacted to something in front of him. He was a little bit loose, and 59 tagged him while he was trying to catch it. That was one of those things where he did the stab and steer, and
got very close.
Yeah, guy behind wasn't ready for the checkup, and hard left-hand side hit there. And that was your pick, so broadcaster jinx there on Hale. Sorry, Jeff.
Cha-ching. Well, you know how many races this guy's won and how badass he is.
Well, he has dominated the Super Speedway Series so much that he has taken several entire seasons off, and he's still the leader in race wins.
Yeah, and it's, it just shows you how tough this is. Yeah, it's this ultimate power of broadcaster jinx I have, If only I could do that like in the real world and the force and...
Yeah, I'd pick Kyle Busch every week.
Or it'd be like, you will send me a check every week and I can stay home and sim race.
I like
Move
it.
Along.
I like it.
These are not the joys you're looking for.
By the way, Milty, we are now at halfway. All right, I'll give you one for that.
Okay.
We're now at halfway.
Ding.
So when we restart this, it is definitely feasible to make it on one stop if we go green all the way.
Everybody pitting can't, take a breather here and go, whoo, as a driver. This has to be executed. These, the running lineup's all scrambled up. So hardest thing almost in sim racing is pitting around a car to get into your stall and make it without making a mistake. It's like, it's not like going to Save Mart and pulling in at 5 miles an hour. You got to pull in going 45 miles an hour.
Exactly. You parallel park at highway speed. That's
try that at Save Mart, but you might hit a shopping cart. The Nostradamus of racing, Melbourne. Well, I did go to college, but I couldn't figure out the math to get us to the checkered flag with gas, so. But I'll try again, What a great show, though. Good fighting, good racing, green flag stuff, wrecks. This is hard, folks. Big fields.
Dave Simon's back up front again, so he stayed out once again to get that track position back. He's counting on the quickie yellow because he cannot make it from here, I'd have to assume. Not without some serious gas saving on the first run.
Yeah, it could be done if you clutched, because if 34 and 34 is 68, yes, okay.
Yeah, but he ran laps before this caution.
So he didn't pit. Oh,
yeah, exactly. He stayed out.
No way, yeah.
42, David Cook lines up, first car lap down. No, he's not the first one on the lap down, but first one on the lap down line. Looks like John Dog Palmer will take the lucky dog this time around, get himself back into lead lap on the 108 car.
Lucky dog.
Scooby Snacks.
Raggy.
Lights are out. We're gonna rack him up. And have at it again.
Haven't mentioned the 99 of Pops Markison. He just went through Cadillac surgery. Cataract surgery. So the first thing I'm thinking is that he's been driving with cataracts there for a while and still kicking butt.
Yeah, man.
So
here
hopefully
we go.
this is going to work out for him. Going to be seeing like a big dog here. Francis Dittman battling.
I hear
10th
screeching.
place now. Lap cars trying to get back up. Dave Cook trying to get back up in line there. Still trying to get his lap back. Fighting. Fat lady ain't singing here yet, so got to battle. The old Milwaukee team and sponsors for Dan Irvine got to be really happy with his race tonight. It ain't over, but definitely been in the top 5 all night. You can start to see that pit stops and even the yellow flag pit stops are changing that lineup with these leaders. Still so much to go here, so much that can happen.
So as we ride on board the 2-car of Will Farmer as he gets around 322, Dave Diamond Simons as he slides back on those old tires. Get this strategy. Yeah. It was a track position move, but he needs the quickie caution.
I think they started off in first gear there.
Oh, you start off in first here, yes. I was doing that all night Tuesday.
Okay.
Works pretty good.
Revving it all the way up to 8,500 RPM. Fourth gear down the middle of the back straight. Maybe the first lap here you might ride the brake, but basically you're not going to be using brakes here. You're going to roll the car, pick a spot on the wall, the light or something. Roll, let the car roll through the center here. 1 and 2 kind of flattens out in the center on the banking. Then banks back up to 24 degrees. 3 and 4 a little bit tighter and more consistent. But that wall coming out of turn 4 will close up on you. Whoa! You see 27 gets jiggy there. Look at 175 miles an hour coming out there. Still 164 miles an hour in the center of the corner. Not much drag there with these 3,000 plus pound cars. Down low and makes the pass. Coming back in turn 1, all the way up to the wall. You see the 27 inches away. You couldn't even put a piece of paper between him and the wall there. And right up against it again.
Meanwhile, speaking of guys we haven't talked about tonight, we got the 53 TG Reese hanging right in there with this group as the 2-car looks under 27 of Dan Irvine through the dogleg. Good place to make that run if you got it, and you should have him cleared middle 1 and 2 here.
It's the pinch between your cheek and gum. Ding! DG always running the Skull Bandit colors, and I'm seeing Coca-Cola right here, but DG, one of them guys that I've known a long time. Started out in another league before he got here, along with Mark DeCenza and a lot of other guys. He's got skills. Quietly moving up there, staying out of trouble.
Meanwhile, your pick, Jeff Hale, is slicing his way back through the field with that damaged car. He's already back up to 12th place and looking to work on Chet Barkin in the 68 car.
You can go and put the bit between his teeth there, and he'll get to going.
I thought you were going to say between his cheeks there after the skull thing. I was just getting all kinds of
Ding.
bad imagery in my head.
Yeah, sorry. See what Dave Simon says here. He went to the back there, and he's falling back, still 7th, but damage. And let's see if he can stay with this draft group here. Draft is everything. Slim Jim Gately starting to assert himself here a little bit and taking a look. Now that he sees the green, a couple laps on the tires here, as the wily veteran he is, he's not going to make a move early. Now he's got heat in the tires. He's monitoring this, and he's monitoring. Oh, he takes a look. DG Reese decides to let him go, and that's a good move. Good sportsmanship and professional racing, understanding your situation. Guys are just, going for a Sunday drive here. It's intense.
Meanwhile, Pops Margison's leading that second group in 8th place. 99 car, driving one-eyed after cataract surgery. Doing a great job in the Scotch Blue Ford with Ed Fowler in the 05, the Bojangles car.
Pops, the venerable one, just suits up and shows up. What hasn't he done? There isn't anything he hasn't done. Sim racing.
Oh, Bill Farmer checking in chat says he couldn't clear his black flag. Oh, that stinks. Sometimes that happens. What did you get black flagged for?
Just seeing the reinvigoration of the 9 car of Ken Hansen. As we spent so much time BSing after the races, after the broadcasts, and knowing what he's capable of, and he's had a couple seasons of just what else could go wrong. They make a mistake, I make a mistake. That's racing. And then with the big win last week, and now just on rails and really focused and hammered down.
And meanwhile, cue the Jaws theme as that 29 car is on the move. He's sliced through the third pack and is reeling in the second one. So I can tell you right now, the 29 is not on a fuel-saving strategy.
When he looks at you and his eyes start to roll over. And all.
Looks like the 42 David Cook's down to the inside, and we do have caution on the speedway again.
Karen's on that. I love Jaws. That's a great movie. Of course, I don't think I've ever been in the ocean since,
Yeah, I never liked the ocean in the first place.
What's up, Dan?
Yeah, Dan, check your email. Sam's sending you the stuff.
Racing back the line. Okay, 88. Still not in the fuel window here. Obviously, they're going to get fuel and tires. Oh, heck. We're still green here. What the heck?
No, we're not.
Okay, I'm behind again. Oh, my gosh. Hey, down pit road.
So here's what happened. It was just the 42 blowing his engine going into turn 1. Nobody did anything wrong. Nobody wrecked. He just He just had an oil
Just
pan
blown
failure,
up.
as the
Oh
oil
my
pan has
gosh.
failed to hold
Come
the
on.
parts in.
Come on, Dave. Get out of that thing. It's on fire. Come on, son.
Well, he pulls it over to the side, and lets the safety crew go to work, but the 42 car has expired.
Fortunately, the FSB safety crew all over it right away. Get him out of that car safely.
There's an opening in the wall with ambulance and fire right there on the backstretch. The Charlotte Motor Speedway safety crew is all over it.
Well, just tough night for David. And but we've seen him in the past. He's got, just racing, man. He's got the skills, pay the bills, but not tonight. Tonight you pack it up, and time for you to have a cold Budweiser, the king of beers. Currently, Melty is not being paid or sponsored by Budweiser, but we're working on that. Fortunately, I'm paying and sponsoring them, so.
Truth.
Great stuff, great racing, great battling.
Josh Elker's still one lap down, should get himself back onto the lead lap now, but that car is hurting.
Still, just can you root out the three? Can you root out him from the lead? With the air on the nose, he's one of the world's best, and the world is welcome to come and challenge him, and some of the best in the world are here trying to take him out of that spot. And he is just through and through, again and again, that three car. Unassuming, quiet, humble, nice guy. But you got to think, when he's sitting on his rig and nobody's watching, he's got to be gritting his teeth. That guy is a beast, man. And can you take it from him here tonight? The Ford of the 9 car of Ken Hansen is looking like he wants a piece of that, but can you do it? The 3's a world champion, and but the thing is, guys still what is his Achilles heel?
Pit stops.
But it's pit stops. But it's like, that's because you have to be in the position to win to have Achilles heel, or otherwise nobody's going to really notice. But
meanwhile, lights are out on the pace car and on the track, so
and you see them make mistakes. It has been pit stops. Sorry,
that's all good.
I remember the first time I raced against him. He was in another league owned by a guy that was one of our co-founders at FSB, me, Jim Ray, and Dan Smith. And like, man, this guy's good. And now he's even better. Well, now as a driver, if you're looking at this thing's going to go green all the way, you're going to have to want to start to think about splitting it in half, but race tendencies have been cautioned, so probably thinking about just staying in the pack, trying to make moves, and if we haven't done the caution or if it's going to go green and mean.
Well, flags back in the air, a 3 car leading them back.
Karen, yeah. He pretty good too, Karen.
Oh, Karen, you got to see the time. I think it might have been his first Friday night win, or one of his first ones. I was going for my first win against Ken Hansen there, and was it Chicago or Las Vegas or Kansas? One of the D ovals. And I'm pretty sure it's still the closest finish we've ever had on a Friday night here at FSB. And he won. So I had to wait another season to pick up my first. Brad Otto's around in the 31 car. That's going to collect a bunch of machines. Big pile up in turn 1 and 2. Jeff Hale in it again. Hard to the inside wall. Oh, we got a mess on the backstretch, folks.
Carnage. Drivers racing back to the line. Keeping it easy. What do you do now? There's really no way you can make it from here, but you almost have to top off. If I'm going to lead lap and I'm like at the tail end, the back of the lead cars, I'm definitely pitting, getting my stuff, and then if another caution comes out, I could clutch here, and maybe I could make it to the end.
I see there's the replay of what happened there, and Jeff Hale is done.
Ow. Oh.
He hit hard. It's just devastating blow for the 29 car. Back that up again.
And he is definitely in the ambulance back to the FSB Care Center.
Infield Care Center.
Infield Care Center.
Looks like Brad Otto has retired as well. I think that might have been his second for the night. So, at this point, yeah, he still can't quite make it, but people can set themselves up for a splash and go.
Oh my gosh, we just got back, just got Jeff Hale out of the car.
Infield Care Center.
Mom, is that you?
Jeff, you okay? Did they give you a concussion protocol there? Or?
They gave me something, but...
How many fingers am I holding up?
All right. Kind of a rough night. Just
capture?
Me in the wrong spot at the wrong time. I tried to avoid the 31 when he got loose there, and just ended up spinning myself to causing all the damage out. So it was a short night, but I love this place, and we'll do it again. Look forward to it when it comes back.
Yeah, you were my pick tonight, bro. So I gave you the broadcaster jinx, but good to see you back and running. And we know we're going to see more from the 29 car, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't wait to get back this season, and still got to knock some of this roast off. But, yeah, I'm getting closer and closer. Once you've been out for a while, it ain't like riding a bike.
Absolutely. That's absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Oh, we know you'll be back in winning form in no time flat. No, never count Hale out. Come on. But yeah, some nights the luck just gets the best of you, and this was definitely one of them. So, sorry to see you have a rough go over there. Well, I'll try not to pick you next week. I'll try to remind Milty not to pick you next week, and you'll have another go at it, right?
Yep, sure will. So I look forward to it, and I always enjoy you guys, what you do up here in the broadcast. Always a great job, so thanks again for putting this on.
Alright, thanks for checking in, Hale.
All right, man. So, your teammates, they got some stake in this thing here. Anything you can tell us, or is that pretty much teammate stuff? Strategy. As we're looking right now with the fuel, there's pretty much they're gonna have to stop again.
I'm glad you guys got me up here because I felt like I was stuck in like a woman hair salon down there with those guys. So thanks for the rescue. you don't want to go in there.
Yeah, I think I scared him when I jumped in there, but
yeah.
Yeah, those two can rag on each other pretty good. It gets pretty deep.
Well, that's what teammates are for, man. You're supposed to have fun. That's what this is all about. It's hard, good racing. It's professional. We spend a lot of time at it, but we also get great friendships and camaraderie and fellowship. And they're about to fellowship on each other right here because they all want to win.
About to fellowship on each other. Alrighty then.
Yeah, everybody's been like family here. I've been here for a while too, so glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and we're right out on the pace car. Gonna take another crack at this. It's gonna be 40 laps to go when we take the green.
Well, you're welcome to hang out or go hang out there. Either way, do you need me to drag you down there, or what do you want to do?
Actually, I'm gonna get off here and watch the end of it on the big screen and watch the show.
Right on, Jeff.
All right, Jeff.
See you next week or when you can run.
Yep, I'll be here. All right, brother. Have fun, guys.
All right, be good, Hal. Pace car in. I
love that guy. Except when he's behind you. As a driver, I just always remember when that 29's behind me. Like, oh my gosh, man. This guy's relentless.
Now we're back to green. We're clean through 1 and 2. 59 car dropping low in the backstretch, probably feeling out some damage he took. Hello, Hunter Stuff and Things, checking in from YouTube.
What's up?
Seeing some new names tonight, that's good to see.
Absolutely.
Ooh, 27 looks pretty loose going through middle of 1 and 2 there, but he hangs on to it.
He tried to put a little pressure on the 9 there, going into that corner, and with cold tires there, it got a little arrow and got loose there. Nice gather. Obviously, you're seeing what, Dan Irvine can do, and it's all good there. These guys want to find a way to get by the 3. How can they do it?
At the same time, I think cars probably also want to make sure they can run 34 laps on this run if it goes green, because then you can take a half can for 6 laps worth of fuel and make it to the finish.
Yep.
That'd be, half can and no tires.
A driver always has to think about the non-caution scenario and then work back from there. Okay, if I'm Will Farmer, top 5 all night, I would do nothing different than what I've done, and that's just run patiently and let's see how the cards lay. There's no reason to push an issue here. And he knows that, and he's learned that, and he's 16 years old. Oh boy, there goes, and there's your chance right there. Dan Irvine gets loose, and they freight train him.
So there's my broadcaster jinx.
Scraping against the wall. Well, he ain't done yet, but great save by Dan, gathering it up there. And that's how quick Charlotte can bite you,
Oh, awesome. Hunter's checking in from Xbox. I think it might be the first time I've heard of anybody watching us on Xbox. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so Dan's just tongue is just come out of his throat here, so he can breathe again, because that'll get your attention.
Yeah, but he's gathered it up. He's got it back under control. I don't know if he took much damage there, if any. Yeah, the right side of that car doesn't look quite right, so he might have some damage. If he wasn't on the long run strategy, he should probably adjust to it now. It'll save him some tires and maybe pick up some spots if he catches the green flag stops just right.
If I'm TG Reese, though, ding!
Oh,
I want to get by him.
Never mind, because there it goes.
Caution is out.
Yeah, Michael, I figured it was on the YouTube app on Xbox. I just hadn't heard of anybody actually doing it from that. But I say that because I had considered...
Dog Palmer with damage there. I don't know if it was 108 or...
I was going to consider adding Mixer into the multi-stream, or the multicasting, as it was.
Yeah, multi-stream too.
Multi-stream, because Mixer is the Microsoft service for streaming. But yes, I know that there's an Xbox YouTube app. I just didn't know that any of our audience actually used it.
Well, if I was a better broadcaster, I'd be watching a little more. I've been enthralled with the front pack here, and they all are going to box here. Box, pit.
Yeah, because this gets us in the window.
Race. These guys have been at this for a long time. This gets you in the window, but did you overhydrate? Or, I mean, you have to focus here. Nail this. All these leaders. Oh, Slim. Dan Irvine missed his stall there. Slim a little on cockeyed a little bit. Should be able to. The pit stalls have a lot of room here. As they come out, Will Farmer coming out on the outside. No, he can't make it.
Yeah, Dan Irvine probably wants to get some of that damage fixed too if he took some.
Look at these pros executing at the highest level. It's just taken for granted, but every one of these moves they have to make, they have to do it.
Yeah, Hunter asking if this is NASCAR 2003, and yes, indeed it is.
Yes, sir.
Still going strong 16 years later. This would be the U.S. Pits Aero 88 mod for 1988 cars. And this mod is not much younger than the sim itself. It was the first third-party mod put out there, but still going strong.
Lap down cars now pitting. I think Will Farmer helped himself out with the position there. Great execution by that 2 team.
Absolutely. He'll start P4 for this final run here.
Get some, young fella.
Josh Elliker, he's probably stayed out to pick up a lap lead, right? Or is he tail end? Takes about 10 seconds to update. Yep, there you go. Picking up the bonus point despite the heavy damage. I suspect he's got motor damage too, as slow as he's been running after a couple of hard hits. Just another victim of circumstance tonight in that 47 Pop-Tarts Kellogg's car.
Whoa, man, I mean, I'm out of beer here. I guess I need to get another one, so I'll be right back.
Hey, boys.
Oh, hey, Dan. Getting TeamSpeak sorted out. We got Dan Jones, driver of the 007, joining us in the booth from vacation in Mexico.
Yeah, all the way from Cancun. It's a little bit of a... Hey, guys.
Yeah, you sound different. You sound more relaxed. Oh, Dan, you probably hearing the stream come over. Sounds like you're responding again. Yeah, if you're going to talk in TeamSpeak and listen to the stream from the broadcast booth, you're going to have to mute the stream, because yeah, you'll get this whole Inception thing going, and you'll lose your mind. Yeah. No, Hunter, no one has flipped. That's pretty rare at Charlotte. Gotta get hit pretty hard.
How do you mute the screen there?
Whatever. You're on your PC, right? So just there should be a little speaker button icon down in the bottom leftish area of the YouTube controls.
Much better. You knew exactly what I was going through.
Mm-hmm. Well, I heard you respond again, but nobody had said anything. I knew you were, and it was just about the size of the delay to YouTube.
That's much better. Thanks, Shawn.
Man, you sound more relaxed and totally different coming from Cancun. No surprise.
Yeah, it's unreal. I've been here a week, and I just finally got settled in. Another, 8 weeks to go.
Man.
Sucks
Tough work.
to be me,
Yeah, I know, yeah. I guess the real
miss you guys at the races for sure.
Absolutely, we miss you too, man. Especially when I get hung out in the super speedway races on Tuesdays, man.
No doubt.
It's already stepped away. What's up, Dano?
Yeah, not much. Hey, Milt, good to see you.
That's Bond, James Bond.
I love that.
Have you ever noticed, Milty, you're not there on Thursday nights to see the trucks, but you notice on the back of his truck, I put the name as Jones. Dan Jones. Pace car's off. Free car once again.
A nice truck.
Rolling back to the green.
Boogity,
and
boogity, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you know, I mean, you're generally running up in the front here. These guys, what can you do to get around somebody here at Charlotte? Pit stops, or is it?
Pit stops. Oh, yes, pit stops.
Well, we're not going to have another green flag stop in this one. This should be a run to the finish.
Yeah, it's hard to get around that top 4 or 5 cars there for sure.
Absolutely.
And Mark Desenza positioned himself first. He just takes off, doesn't he?
Oh, when he gets that nose, air on the nose, it's just, how do you beat this guy? I mean, but you got Slim Jim Gately battling all night, getting up to P2 there, getting around Ken Hansen, which was a feat because the 9 car has been strong here last few weeks.
That was interesting. The 27 car is clutching. Did he forget to take fuel on his pit stop?
Maybe.
He must have forgotten fuel because they should make it from here. Wow, he's just losing all kinds of positions.
Wow, 60 watching live. Excellent.
Nice.
Release the hounds.
It's because of you boys, that's why. You make it interesting.
Thanks, but
well, our female demographic is definitely spiked.
At the show, and the show is these drivers, man.
I was gonna say our female demographic is definitely spiked because ladies love the Milty.
I tell you, a guy that's so happy, and then Shawn, what you've done there, and have yourself on the video and the microphone.
Oh yeah,
very professional. Way to go, you guys.
Okay, oh, we got one in the grass, sliding back up right in front.
Oh,
they hold it. He held it.
Oh man, the landscaping and gardening at the same time.
That was some. That was definitely some agricultural racing. We're gonna have to go back and find that.
You know, definitely, it might have took out a few gophers right there, but no harm, no foul, no blood, just a lot of smoke. And
it's a good thing we don't have the old Fox Digger cam, because Digger would have been taken out by that. And here's what happened. Remember what I talked about on cold tires, trying to make the pass down low in 3 and 4? Well, here's another Nostradamus moment for you. As 53 tries to put the power down, and Skull Bandit just decides it wants to be a John Deere instead. As he held a pretty wheel there, you got to keep it perfectly straight. Just ever so slightly start backing out slowly off the throttle. You can't jump off it when you're in the grass, or you just go flying.
Wow. Came up and looks like he had a spot.
Yeah, he just merged right in there between Rick Castle and Pops. Pops saw what was happening.
Gave him some room.
Yeah, gave him
Way to
plenty
go,
of room.
Pops.
Yeah, well, Pops is smart like that. You know, see, more people are clipping the grass, and one thing about this track, that infield section is set as grass, not dirt. I mean, there's dirt, not grass, rather, so every time someone hits it, there's a dust cloud that lingers for like 10 laps. But yeah, we're still green. We've still got, 24 laps to go here?
Oh my gosh, my microphone was off.
I was wondering why Milty was uncharacteristically quiet.
Well, you know, the 3 had the gap a little bit there, but even with the air on the nose, the draft of the other 3 cars got back on them, and this is a 4-way battle for the win. For the 2 of Will Farmer, just in this all night. What can he do? Probably not much. He has to see it unfold in front of him.
A track that's hard to pass at like this, where if I don't feel I've got the pure speed of the guys in front of me, I just hang on to their draft, wait until they start racing each other hard, hope they use up some stuff, hope they wiggle, and just pounce on the opportunities. Like if Ken Hansen starts moving forward and I'm in the 2 car, I want to latch myself to his bumper and let him pick the hole through the field. Let him get the nose under Slim Jim, help push him through, and then, you know, rinse and repeat on the 3, and then again hope that the car in front uses the tires, and then try and take a high line in through turn 1 and run off 2.
Definitely couldn't have said it even as close to better than that. You see the snake here kind of ebb and flow, where they get a little distance and they close up. Now they're closing up again. Is the 23 going to try to make a move on the 3 and see if somebody will do something about it? Problem is that 3 is just too solid. Once the draft comes up on him, then the draft pushes him too.
Meanwhile, that 53 of T.G. Reese has scrubbed the Miracle Grow and pebbles off his tires and pulled that car back up to 5th place, leading the second pack, which is trailed by Dan Irvine in the 27 on that fuel-saving strategy, which I'm still a little confused by, but there he is.
Smoke, probably just hitting the grass again.
Pop's looking.
Will Farmer way up against the wall. He wants to get by the 9, but at the same time, I would be saying, let's work together and try to see if we can do something if they make a mistake. But those guys up front, there they are again. The 1-2 punch. The Wrangler and Slim Jim. And if you had a cold Budweiser with that, what else do you need? You got great pants. And,
meanwhile, the High Life machine. Wow.
Ryan Johnson grabbing his butt with 2 hands right there. And he managed to do it.
What's Sam talking about? Other lap counters on the other computer? Now, there's 16 laps to go right now. Remember, you do the math and then you take another lap out of it, because the current lap is the one that you're on, and that also counts. So, you know, this time by there. That'll be lap 126 of 140. That's 15 to go.
Coming up on lap traffic here. Dog's going to go high. Going to coagulate this group here. Will trying to get a little draft off the 108.
There's, oh, Ken Hansen thought he had the run, but just couldn't quite keep the momentum through the middle of the corner.
Though.
Meanwhile, that gives Will Farmer a huge run, but he has no place to put it. He's just biding his time, looking for an opportunity.
The two almost bump drafting the 9 of Ken Hansen.
Yeah, he can't quite get away with that through the dog leg. It gets the car a little too light. But he got up there as close as he could and wisely backed out of it.
Got a warper, I think. TJ Reese warping bad.
Yeah, he's been having some connection woes. I was just wondering what happened to him, as I realized he disappeared from the right side. That's a tough break for TG as he had himself a solid top 5. Bill Farmer cheering his son Will on, says, "Come on, Will, get him!" Well, he's wheeling it, man. He's wheeling it.
Well, just this season especially, what we've seen so far is the maturation of 16-year-old. Are you kidding me, you know? Learning and growing.
Well, this time by...
Bill said they, you know, the last stop, they got a special set of matched tires there.
Alright, 10 to go this time by.
Got to get up on the 3 and make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Maybe a little bump, but the problem is these guys are teammates, so they're not going to, you know, I'm not going to say hit the guy, but you gotta do something here.
Sam says, "Bill, you pay Goodyear extra for them. You know, this is '88. I think they had Hoosiers that year too. It's one of the 2 years in the last 30 or so that they did that."
We've seen a lot of great drivers in the history of FSB coming up on 16 years of sim racing.
Here we go. 9 car looking underneath the 23. 2 car tries to give him a little drafting help. Too little, too late. Can't quite get there. Wisely backs out before turn 3.
And I don't know if there's anybody better out in the lead than that 3 car. He is just a machine. Just one bubble.
Ken Hansen trying.
One bubble, just one mistake. Yeah, they got it run here.
No, nothing yet there. I have to back it up and try again. Will Farmer looks like he's got a great car still under him. Probably save those tires up, hanging onto the draft like I thought. Okay, here's another run into one.
Here we go.
To get the draft.
He's trying to make the move. He's got Slim on the outside, and Slim is beat right there, or not. They're side by side going down the
There you go, Will
stretch.
Farmer tucking that draft in on the 9 car, just like I was saying. Trying to use him as the pick. Ooh, can't quite stick the bottom that time. Meanwhile, this is what Mark wants to see. He wants to see these guys go at it hard, get their tires heated up, let him just sail off into the sunset.
Still battling on the inside, Ken Hansen fighting for second place. That's what we want to see too, is some battling. And
Oh!
almost
Little
into
touch down the
each other.
backstretch.
Will Farmer thinking outside a little bit, but can't really differentiate the push between which car he wants to push. Ken Hansen down into the grass.
I think the 23 car might have a little bit of damage. He was caught up in one of the early cautions, as I recall, and it might finally be having an effect on him, as this is the longest, I think this is one of the longest runs we've had, aside from the green flag stops.
Now they settle back in line. They're going to want to make another push. They're aware of coming up on
four to go.
4 laps to go.
4 to go, and Ken Hansen's got to dispatch the 23 quickly if he wants to have a shot at the 3 car. Coming up on lap traffic.
Gotta make that. Gotta set them up in 2 and make the pass in 3. But you really set it up here. Get the run. Then maybe back it off a little bit. You got lap traffic. But the leader always gets an advantage, but this time he doesn't. And he pushes up high. And we got cars 3 wide.
Here we go. 9 car looking low on the 23 down the backstretch. Oh, couldn't hold the momentum up.
Did everything he was supposed to, but a great job, Jeff Hammock there. Staying out of the way, but still. And the 3 just powers out.
3 is loving all this action he sees in the rearview mirror. It's all helping him. And Ken Hansen just trying to find a way around. He's only going to have 2 more shots this time by.
There are no weaknesses. Ken trying to push the 23, almost making contact there, but it upset him. And now the 2, Will Farmer has got to run here. We still got races for position here.
There we go, white flag in the air.
And they're coming up on lap traffic.
Yeah, Josh Elliker gets out of the way with that. That's just battered and bruised 47 car. Ken Hansen gonna try the high side this time, maybe. Nope, can't quite get there.
Over and under, maybe, but
that might give an inside out run to the 2 car. Nope.
Oh,
2 is gonna come spinning across the line.
They come down the line, and it's Slim in second. Markuson's a D-Rocket, your winner.
And the 2 car just slides through the grass to pick up. Well, I hope that didn't black flag him. That might cost him the 4th place if he got flagged after the official results roll in. But yeah, what a battle to the finish those 4 had. As Mark Desenza, D-Rocket, puts another notch in the belt with that Wrangler 3 car. Ken Hansen just gave it all he had.
Absolutely.
Brings it home 3rd.
You know, he makes all the races. You know, I've said for years he's got a chance at winning the championship. That's a great run, and after the win last week, start to pile him up here. See what happens. Long way to go. Great win once again for the 3. Mama, there goes that man.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Doris Gately stuck with us, but her boy gave it another good run. But she's got to be starting to hate that 3 car, man. Sorry, Doris, that's his teammate.
Yeah, you know, I mean, no good accomplishment is done without competing against the best, and for you win or lose, you're racing against the best in the world. You can live with it, but you would rather beat them. Yeah, great run by Ken there too.
Milty, gather up our podium finishers there. But once again, your winner, 2-time defending Winston Cup champion Mark Desenza.
Four of those guys. Cause
Mark Desenza there brings home the win here at Charlotte. Slim Jim Gately 2nd place. Close 3rd place. Ken Hansen giving it all he had in that 9 Chorus car. Young Will Farmer, fantastic run to the finish there. Spun across the line but held on to 4th place. Rick Castle, look at that, a quiet run to 5th place tonight in that 124 car. He's making a great impression here in his first couple of weeks at FSB in the 124. Dan Irvine, my pick. Broadcaster Jinx got him a little bit, but not too bad as he still brings it home 6th. A good solid top 10 finish. Pops Margison, man, cataract surgery in the morning and 7th place tonight. That is one tough customer. Yeah, we call him Pops, but I don't know. He's still got quite a lot of spunk there. Great run for Pops in the 99. Dave Simons in the 322 tonight because of a number problem comes home 8th. Ed Fowler, again, quiet run all night. Didn't talk about him a lot except when he got caught up in one incident, but still brings it home in 9th place. Solid top 10 run there. 55 Evan Castle rounds out your top 10. You got Chet Barkin in the 68 STP colors. Oh. And there's your winner screen. So yeah, didn't quite get through all the finishing order there, but Milt, you should be grabbing our top 10 finishers. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us down there in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch land. Maybe I will throw a mixer into the mix next week, just because I can't leave well enough alone for very long. Gonna have to mess with it. Will Farmer joins us up here in the booth already.
Good job, Will.
Yeah, great run there. You definitely looked like you were trying to find a way, just couldn't quite get the lane picked out for you. And slid across the line. I was worried you were going to get a penalty that was going to disqualify your finish there, but it looks like you dodged the bullet and held on to that 4th place. Oh, Will's not actually there.
3rd place up there.
There we go. We got Ken Hansen. Man, what did you need there? Looked like you were trying everything but the kitchen sink to get around that 23.
I needed a bigger bumper. I worked him down the straightaway there at the end, and he wasn't going to move.
He is tough to get around. I've tried a few times.
That's for sure, man.
Still a heck of a run. Kept the car clean all night. Saved the car for the finish, from starting up front. So a great run again, and you should probably have the points lead after winning last week and then a 3rd place tonight. You're looking good. If you can keep it going, definitely gonna be a factor in this championship.
Well, I sure hope so. I've been here for quite a while now, and it'd be nice to have a championship.
That's one of the reasons that Sam, pushed for the 12-week season, and then we reworked the point system the way we did. So give the guys, who haven't had the chance to run full seasons, better chance. 12 weeks, only max of 24 points for a win. Minimum points you can get on any night here is 5, and it's produced some good battles. So hopefully the upward trend continues. Again, great run, Ken. And Slim, I was worried you might have some damage there, but it looks like it didn't affect you too much, and you had a strong car there. Great run for second. Tell us about your night.
Tough night, man. I'm gonna tell you what, that was a tough race. Congrats to Mark, my teammate. Great job, dude. Man, at the end, Ken had me on the wheel. Man, I was all up on the wheel, and I just knew he was gonna get by me, and I was trying to make my car as wide as I could, and I appreciate him running me clean. I think we touched there one time, but man, it was a fun race.
It looked like it was just an ever so slight touch on the backstretch, but it was as clean as it gets. Great job, Slim. But
it almost felt like a win.
Yeah. Now, what did you need to get around that car in front of you there, that 3 car?
More than what I had.
Did you have the damage slowing you down at all? Did anything have to get fixed all night? Oh, okay.
No, I was good on damage. No problems there. But Just never could get the right break. I probably could have passed him a couple of times earlier in that last run, but I was trying to make sure I had enough fuel, and I wanted to stay behind him until to the last 5, 6, 7 laps.
Excellent. Well, another solid run there. I know your mom checked in on YouTube there.
Oh boy!
So I don't know if she stayed around to the finish, but yeah, I said she's got to be developing a healthy distaste for our winner here, Mark DeSenza.
She does not like that dude.
So Mark DeSenza will not be getting the most popular driver vote from Mama Gately, but picks up the hardware tonight with another win. Great run, Mark. Just strong all night. Went to back to the front to back, but always in the mix. So how was it out there for you, man?
It's probably harder than it looked. It was a pretty good setup. You could really give it a couple laps and kind of do what you want. And I love that place. It's a nice track, and we just try to stay out of trouble, do our pit stops, and try to stay in clean air. A few close calls, but just try to stay up front as much as possible.
Awesome. Now, I had to wonder, as we see Casey joining me. He finally did it on the air. Look at that, Casey Cat joining me from the back of the chair. I was wondering, all three of you, or all four of you really, if we didn't catch the caution, the next to last caution, were you guys going to try and save until you could take a half can on the last stop?
No, I was just going. Whatever happened. The only thing at the end there in this last run is, slim too. We had to save a little bit of fuel because, we're real close at making it. With splash, none, splash, none. So, but before that, no, we were just running.
Okay, because I was up here running the calculators thinking, man, there might have been a chance if we didn't catch a caution to where you pitted, where you had to restart, perfectly in the window, that you might have been able to switch it between a full can and a half can and take no tires, maybe beat everybody out. But didn't work out that way, but it was still a good green flag run to the finish. Excellent job, everybody, all night long.
Yep, good run on my teammate Slim and Ken Hansen. Another good run for you. I believe we're tied for points, so awesome.
Yeah, really cool.
Thanks,
Mom
Mark.
and sister definitely checking it out and hanging out. That's pretty cool to have.
Who?
Your mom and your sister can
Yeah.
watching you.
They hate me
finally
now
figured out
too.
the computer.
They hate me now too.
Yeah, they hate you now too. Yeah.
Okay.
The points are
I don't have many fans.
I've only been trying for how many years now? I'm only kidding.
No, just great racing and win last week
awesome,
and great finish tonight. You're a player, dude, for this championship.
Yep, trying to.
It's a tough
like
series.
I said, trying to
It really is.
get to the top. That'd be nice.
Will Farmer in fourth there. Great run, son.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got the points up on the screen now too. Look at that. Ken Hansen and Mark DeSenza tied for first.
It's over. Ken's got it.
With Dan Irvine, Will Farmer 9 points back there in
Good,
fourth
that means
place.
you're not showing up the rest of the
Oh
season.
wow.
I mean, it's early. It's 2 weeks into the 12-week season, but definitely off to a good, close, competitive start.
Yep, I will say I'll take fourth behind those three guys. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously
I'd
I'd like to get up there, but those three guys are the fastest in the league. So.
Well, and another solid, mature, 16-year-old run there, man.
How many Miltisms tonight?
You just blow me away, man.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a great
I think about 20.
run.
Oh, is that a record? No,
The official count is 19. Milty.
19.
Milty, give me another Miltism.
That's almost a record.
Yeah.
One time I saw 27 or 25 on a replay or something like that.
Yeah. All the Miltisms that come to mind right now are probably past PG rating. So.
Well, you know what? I'm sure I missed one somewhere. So you know what? I'll just do it manually.
It's always nice to win in this series. There's a lot of good drivers, a lot of cars, so you got to be on your game. Ken knows, Slim knows. a lot of competitive in this series, so you got to be on your toes.
Absolutely.
You need a little luck too.
Absolutely.
Damn straight.
Yeah, that resides at the intersection of preparation and circumstance.
Clean air was like, usually you can keep the guy behind you, unless he gets a little run on you, 0.02 or 3 behind you. But being in clean air was definitely a help.
Yeah, we had some damn fine starts there, Mark. And
Yeah.
good job there getting out in front of everybody.
Oh boy, there were some scary times.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
this car can be
That's-
scary on the restarts.
One more Miltism, that'll make your sticker bigger.
There you
Oh, yeah,
go.
there it is.
There
That
it
was
is.
the one.
Got
That,
it.
okay,
That's
already
what-
rung it up. So there you go.
And I just want to say thanks to you and Milt, Shawn, for broadcasting these races for SSB. It's just awesome. Anybody out there, come on out and try it out. Beat the best in the business. Slim Jim, he's the best in the business. Come out and beat him.
No, I finished
But,
behind the best in the business.
Nah, you must have damn it. Thank you guys for what you do, man. Awesome job.
Yep,
Well, thank
Pro
you.
Sim,
Definitely.
Pro Sim Racing.
Tell you what, we've had several people in chat tonight even asking about how to get started in
60
this. So
viewers. Wow.
yeah, so hopefully that works
Wow.
out.
That's cool.
Again, anybody can do this. You just need a reasonably recent computer. I mean, it's a 2003 game. It doesn't take a lot of power to run this thing. And,
Pretty much any new computer.
Yeah, any new computer, I guarantee.
Even a laptop, probably.
Yeah, my
you can
camera.
pick up the game on eBay.
Yeah, my camera too is a laptop. It's a gaming laptop. I had to do some things to make it use the graphics card properly, but yeah, it works just fine, even on Windows 10. Yeah, so for now, this 2003 game still works here in 2019.
It's awesome too.
And yeah, anybody can come on out. We take all skill levels here at FSB. Running every night, including Saturdays when Ed's not on vacation. He opens it up to a free-form Saturday night at Ed's house. Sundays for your road racing and your short track racing. Let's not forget those series. We don't talk about them a lot, but you have the Trans Am Road Rage series in the daytime. People who can't run in the evenings or only have Sundays free. And then this Sunday night, first night, Sam's starting back up the Sunday night short track series in the Late Model Project version 2 mod. It's a beautiful mod. Those are gorgeous cars. I love painting them. They look great on the track. Short track racing is how these the real racers you watch on Sunday, that's where they started. And it's a great way to learn car control. Learn what that funny pedal in the middle does. The what do they call it? The brake? What do we use
Never
brakes
heard
for?
of it.
Yeah.
When there's a wreck, that's about it.
Yeah, that's not the loud pedal. No, it's it's a good thing to learn. Good skill to learn.
Yep. Thing is, if you're new and you want to learn, the thing is people will help you and teach you about the computer stuff and the driving stuff.
Slim, you still doing that school?
They will share info. It's not like you got to show up and you're on your own. You will get help and
Absolutely.
Speaking of that,
and the point is to have fun, whatever speed you run. See all these guys run, and they're all having fun. It's a camaraderie, a fellowship, definitely.
yeah, yeah. I will say that my position tonight definitely because of Slim there, I was running his Sunday night class. He runs the Sunday nights actually before the short tracks, and we ran here in the Aero 88s, and he gave me some pointers, and yeah, helped out clearly because I came in fourth tonight. So
Yeah, you keep teaching that boy, he's going to beat you someday.
That's a big help to
That's the way
a
it
lot of
works.
drivers. So that's a good thing for somebody new that might not be familiar with it. Need to do that because you'll learn a lot. Believe me.
That's why Mark wins now. I taught him, and now
Yep.
he beats me all the time.
Well, it's coming up on midnight now. Oh, it's getting thick in here too. It's getting
Last
piled
time I was
high.
in your class, I wrecked every week. No, I'm just glad I got a win out of the way. I like to win at least one in this series.
Oh
Good
yeah,
run, Ken.
yeah, because that wasn't going to happen.
Well, it's hard. It's hard, believe me.
Oh, believe me, I know it. Remember how long it took me to finally break through?
Same thing on Thursday night. It's another tough series as well. They all are really.
Absolutely, but it's all fun. And again, everybody, come on out and join us if you want to. But we're going to wrap this up because it's almost midnight here on the East Coast. So thanks, as always, to my partner, Milt Munter Jr., thanks, Sam Young, our league owner and promoter, Ryan Johnson, our series admin tonight, and of course our sponsor, Farmer Brothers Contracting, putting up the hardware once again for this Winston Cup Series.
Good job,
Thanks
guys.
so much for that.
Congrats.
Trophies.
Yep, much appreciated.
Congrats again to Mark DeSenza, our winner, Slim Jim Gately in second place tonight, Ken Hansen with a very close third place finish there, and of course Young Will Farmer joining us up here in the booth with a solid top 5 run to round out that lead pack of 4 cars. So thanks everybody for joining us out there in YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook land. And for FSB Racing Live, I'm Shawn Reap, signing off. Good night, and catch you next week and every week. We're here every Friday night.